All right, let's get started. The company we are talking about is called Tranont. We have been in business for 13 years, since 2013, actually almost 14 years. We are a debt-free company, which is very important to know. We are now in 10 countries, which is super exciting. We have two soft openings, two more coming, Spain and Poland. And I will say that we have several pillars. One that we're very proud of with our three owners that you can see pictured here. The founder is the far right, Lauren Berry. Middle is Scott Bland. Left is Russ Losey. To them, quite honestly, the most important pillar is our community pillar. Every single event we go to, whether it's a trip, whether we are doing training, we are doing something in the community that where we're located at that time. And then every single person exposed to Tranont has the opportunity to partner with Tranont and do things for the community. It's actually, they're all about giving back and changing 1 billion lives in their first 30 years, and they mean it. Okay. You can see we've been in Inc. 500 numerous times. They are a top 100 company to work for in Utah. That's huge because that talks about culture. That has nothing to do with products, right? That's the company. They're phenomenal. Why should Taylor and Raphael and all of you listen to me? Well, I'm going to tell you why, little lady. Uh, I have executive leadership and executive experience. I have 30 plus years in executive sales, C-suite, executive marketing and leadership experience. As of only May 31st, which is when I retired from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, I was VP of marketing and sales. I managed $4 million just for Wisconsin of marketing budget. I oversaw and was responsible for $150 million in annual sales across Wisconsin, which is why I had high cortisol levels in my stomach. Let's just be honest. Um, I have been and won the Milwaukee Business Journal 2026 Women of Influence. I am super excited to receive that award next week, Thursday at the Baird Center. I was featured as a mogul on season 9 and 10. This year was season 10 of Project Pitch It. We actually won an Emmy Award. It's Wisconsin's version of Shark Tank. And been a national speaker, business consultant, and leadership coach. Why did I choose Tranont first, June 1st, full time as a success, compared to what I was doing? Taylor, well, and everybody listening, I built a six-figure income in my first year with Tranont, which was 2023, while I worked 60 hours a week at Pella. That included airports, travel, and I had never, ever, ever done anything like this before. So I had to learn what network marketing even meant. I had never even heard that. Okay. I did decide to walk away from my executive career to do Tranont full time. As I said, June 1st, very passionate about helping others. That is my background. Teaching, training, showing, and watching your journey. I don't care what industry you're in, they're all the same when you're a trainer and a coach, watching you be successful. Okay. I'm passionate about helping you create additional income. If you want financial freedom in one area, that's also, I can show you in several areas or more than one. A few fun facts. I have been married 37 years. I figured it out right the first time, just like Phyllis did. Some people take a couple times. I do have two adult sons with a growing family. And I do believe success isn't measured by what you achieve. I truly believe it's measured by how many people you help. Okay. Tranont, we have approximately 26 products. We don't have 1,500. Chiropractors, for example, wellness clinics are very accustomed to working with like 300, 400, 1,000 products. That is not us at all. We want to have only premium products in the space that's most popular. So we're super innovative and we're staying up to speed, which is why we're going to end up talking about peptides in a minute. The most common question is, are these FDA approved? Food and Drug Administration. There is no such thing. It's not a food and it's not a drug. But we get asked all the time. And so what we do, we voluntarily open ourselves up to being a CGMP certified product line. So that means the scientist laboratory can come in at any time. It's a third party organization and test our products unannounced. We voluntarily agreed to that. It is very similar to Windows. We did the same thing at Pella. And that third party organization could come in anytime to make sure we're saying what our product is. That's what we do here. Far more important when you're talking products you're putting in your body. The other pillar we have is so our products that come with your business is a travel pillar. That I'll get into far more offline. That comes with your business. But high level, we all get to share with customers travel agent rates. So when you're looking at Expedia.com, Travelocity, all of those platforms, or you go right to the Marriott and you know which Ritz-Carlton you want in Miami, you know what room, we get 95% of the time through Tranont Travel, our customers that go online with us will get a better rate. It's crazy. Okay. We can talk about that in detail. Then, of course, if those things aren't enough, amazing products, the travel, now we're launching peptides GLP-1s. They are the new era. Okay. So the people, most of them are underground, for lack of a better word. They're gray market, they're black market. So when I share the metrics with you on the next slide, it's the best we can do from the black and gray market and RFK Jr. trying to get so many of these approved. I mean, we're doing a great job. There's many in the pipeline just about to come out. So obviously, who are the people doing this? Fitness enthusiasts, athletes, biohackers. They've been injecting these. I have someone who's been doing it for 15 years. Yeah. And then, Jarvis is our expert because he's been doing it. He is the research god, where I'm not. You will all meet different people in our business, and we jokingly call them a red apple, a red green apple. I feel like I'm a mixture, and a green apple. A red apple is Jennifer. Sounds good. Tell me what to do. Red green apple is, I still say, tell me what to do and I'm going to sign up, but I want to learn a little bit more about it. And then there's a Jarvis who knows all of it. And then I say, Jarvis, tell me and Jennifer everything. Okay. We have health conscious adults, longevity researchers. I can tell you my own personal physician from the medical college. I can't say his name. I got in trouble for saying it. He's like, do you want me to get fired? Um, he's been into this forever. Okay. So obviously we're knowing and learn. I shouldn't say obviously. I didn't know what a peptide was 6 months ago, and Jarvis is like, "Do you know what milk and butter is?" But that's how many people we can still touch. But it's better recovery, improved body composition, increased vitality, healthy aging, enhanced performance in so many areas of our life, overall wellness. That's what peptides do. So these metrics, like I said, are gray and black market. In a year from now, we're going to have very different metrics and they're going to be far higher. Okay. Today, it's approximately, 2025, a $20 billion industry. Projected in 5 years to be 50 billion. That has already changed. Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs, numerous resources it's through the roof. It is considered the modern day gold rush that we are just blessed to be living in the time we're going to be able to capitalize on it. We do know gray and black market wise, just females 50 and older, 25% of all of them have been using peptides. Okay. It is projected in now 3 years, 85% of all just Americans will be using a peptide of some sort. Okay. I love this article. I didn't do the whole thing, but it is a trusted third-party resource. It just came out saying that peptides are the billion-dollar gold rush. And quite honestly, I have several people that were going to invest anywhere from 100,000 to a 500,000 that are now on our team because they don't have to invest more than 1,000. And it's there for them because we have Bell MD. These are the six Bell MD are starting with the semaglutides, the tirzepatide. We are bringing in the brand name medications, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro, but you don't need to do it. I mean, they're expensive, and tirzepatides many people favor over a semaglutide. And you can use HSA and FSA to pay for it. We are bringing in the FDA approved ones next month, and every single month we will be bringing more. We also had to start somewhere where it wasn't overwhelming and we crashed the website, to be perfectly honest. We have board certified physicians in every state. We have 30 compounding FDA approved compounding pharmacies so that our pharmacies can distribute across the US. Again, they're only the FDA approved ones. They will be coming in. Moving forward, we will be getting into this is where it's also such a great opportunity because Bell MD takes all the liability for us because the physician's looking at your intake form you fill out. We just refer with our link. Where other people were going to spend 100,000 to a 500,000, and we spent 2 million in the last 2 years creating all of this for all of us for $1,000. It's just crazy. And then moving forward, we'll get into things like I said, the hormone replacement therapy and some things I'm not at liberty to talk about yet, but buckle up, sister, because in the next several months, you won't believe what we're going to be coming out with. All in your business that you never have to invest a penny more. Okay. So once you sign up, this is what's going to come with that bundle. Products, the top high impact products, which we'll see in a photograph, but your website. I always love to share with people every single year. I had to renew for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin our website and the SEM, the SEO, the digital piece of it, $1 million. That is included in this business. So here is your online store. So when a customer logs into anybody watching this, once you have your store, the shop is going to represent those products, the 26 products. Travel is the pillar that they can now book their own vacation at travel agent pricing. And then Bell MD is what we just talked about. Now it's what Tranont invested in. We have the doctors, we have all of they take the responsibility. We just send them our link. There is a wealth pillar I don't participate in. That's something people can check on their own time. It's in detail. But this is what it will look like. It is included in that business, like I mentioned. I always like people to bring it to reality. I just said the $1 million Pella pays from Wisconsin just for the website. I have a friend, I took a picture of it. I crack up every time I go to Pewaukee and I go to breakfast at First Watch. It's a crumble cookie location. He paid $500,000. He didn't even get the dough for the cookies yet. How many people are eating crumble cookies? Not every day. Maybe one, you treat yourself or it's a fun birthday gift. $500,000. He is not projected to make $1 for a minimum of 2 years. Think about that. And then he's got all the things. You got to pay the rent. You're in Pewaukee or wherever your crumble cookie franchise is. This is what they'll see when they click on the Bell MD tab that comes with your business. And it toggles between this photo with this gentleman and it shows, the weight loss, and then you can find your formula. You wait a minute because it toggles between this and a female, and then it talks about longevity, cellular health, and you pick which one do you want to find your formula. This is just, and we're not going to get into the weeds on this, or we'd be here for 3 hours. But this is why I left such a lucrative multiple six-figure income because I wasn't at the top of the food chain. I was an employee paid well, but not the opportunity. By my last year, 2025, my 1099 for Tranont was $228,000. Imagine now the opportunity having Bell MD. I didn't know that was coming, obviously, in January. That's when I knew I'm done. It's time to come and do this full time and not have a glass ceiling at all. And so this is just on peptides. This is the gold and green is an incentive for July to get this going. But right now, again, I don't want to get in the weeds because people get stuck thinking you only make $20 every time somebody orders a peptide. No, it's every single month. They're going to stay on it. You get paid $20. In the month of July, for every 5 people that go to your website as a customer and order any peptide or GLP-1, every 5, you get a $500 bonus. There's no limit. So now think of all the people we know doing it. Every grouping of 5 people, you get a $500 bonus. So, for example, I am working with a gigantic Aveda opportunity. That's all I'll say because we're not signed yet. Aveda in Milwaukee, Madison, Chicago. This is 189,000 people went through these doors in 2025. So think individual level, think big. None of us are too big for this because all it is a QR code. And so every hairdresser, whether it's an Aveda location, whether it's someone renting a chair, you're going to get your own QR code for all of the business. Okay. All of these bonuses are stacked, meaning you can earn them all at the exact same time. Accelerator bonus for every new accounts. So for all of you signing up, that's all of you. Every 7 new accounts in a month, peptide or protein powder. Every new accounts, 7 accounts, you will get a $250 bonus on top of the already 5 that are peptides. Okay. So we'll get into the weeds for that later. But now when you think beyond individual and you look at your first 5 referrals, that's a $600 paycheck. Now you look at someone who's a hairdresser, a massage therapist, a wellness, a chiropractor, la 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 la. They're seeing people on a weekly basis taking a photo of their QR code. This is real money and it's fast. And it's also real money after July because it is residual income. None of us are earning today from last week, 2 months ago, a month ago, or when Jarvis, me, and Jennifer started in 23. Those are all protein powder, creatine, and rich digestive enzymes that people are buying every month and we're getting paid on. It's amazing. This tends to be confusing. I just want you to look at the green line. Don't look at the fact that they're called gems. I have a team of 3,000 plus people. And I did this part-time, 6 to 8 hours a week until June 1st. Do I know all of those 3,000 people? No, I didn't know any of you listening to this. And so we all grow, right? From the people we know, or all of a sudden there's a gym underneath us. I don't know all those people. So I always tell people, look at the green line and you tell me What do you want to start earning per month? And that is where me and the person who invited you help you get to that income level. Now, what's realistic is how much you're willing to put into it. Are you consistent? Are you willing to study? It's one of those things, just like any of our jobs, we're only as good as we put the time in, okay? And energy and studying. For me, I'm a revenue, I'm all about money. Money buys lots of things. Money is not the root of all evil, the human is. Okay? I really believe that. The more money you make, the more you can do. In this case, we have Phyllis on here. Phyllis, think of all the philanthropic things Phyllis does, right? I mean, that's just what we get to do what we want. For me personally, in my 13th month, while working a 60-hour a week corporate career, I got to the $17,000 a month level, which is where I'm at. You get to bring on a spouse. It's a blessing. And we'll talk about that in a second, what that looks like. My spouse is what's called the sapphire level. He brings home 5,000 a month, but really doesn't participate in the business. So that's why in 2025 we were at a $228,000 1099. Okay? There is also a very executive level bonus, a $38,000 bonus. Every brand new person has the ability to earn. That's executive level because not everybody is at the I only want to earn $500 a month level. There are going to be people like me that say, I'm going to take the time to do this if I'm going to earn, 75,000, six figures in my first year. We have to be able to attract everybody. I earned this bonus in my first 9 months in my first year. It's up to whatever you want it to be. Let's talk about Jeeps. This is my garage. I took a picture the other day, cracks me up. Here are both of our Jeeps. They are Grand Cherokee Summits. My husband has the third row. I don't on purpose. This is at the very entry level. These owners, these founders are genius. They allow you to get a $350 stipend at the entry level. People can become entry level in their first day. People can get to the 500 monthly Jeep stipend, which is three levels up in their first month. I did it in my first month. I didn't even know I did it. Now, I drove a Mercedes, the exact same one Jennifer's who's on here. For 2 years, I kept my Mercedes for two of my 3.5 years. But every month I did not get the $500 stipend. My husband had a brand new Tahoe when we started, literally 2 weeks old before we started Tranont. It did not make sense to give up $12,000 of household income to switch and drive to a Jeep anymore. So we did. And why Jeep? There's no connection with Tranont just because it's a safe vehicle. It's a very safe vehicle. You can get a base model for $350 if you're just at that entry level. And it's American made, and they promote American made. So if you're willing to drive a Jeep, already drive a Jeep, you will get that stipend literally at the entry level. It can be a used Jeep. You can go to the dealership and buy used. You can already own it right out. You can have leased it. It just can't be initially more than a 3-year-old Jeep. We do get 2 vacations a year we get to earn. And they are genius as well. At the most entry level, they purposely make it very easy to earn an incentive trip. I earned it, didn't even know there was one to earn in 6 days. Had no idea. That's how quickly you could earn the incentive trip. We are right now in our incentive period, all the way through September 30th to earn the trip to Cancun next year. Family business, very, very, very high level. I love showing a baby org chart. It is no different than the real world. The real world is a pyramid. So if somebody wants to use the word pyramid, unless you owned your own business, and we're the CEO, we all work for a pyramid. Okay. So in Tranont, you get to be the CEO, and then you're going to bring on three personally, if you choose to be, let me back up. If you want to do more than just have your store, because your business comes with your online store, you don't need inventory, and it already came with the travel link, the Bell MD, and that's your store. If if you want to just do that and give your link, and just like going to Target.com or HomeDepot.com and they shop category patio furniture, put it in their cart, check out, that's what you're getting for your business. Okay? Many people, that's all they want to do. But if you want to take advantage of all of the avenues of income like I did, it's very lucrative to build a team. So, Pella, I needed to hire very good sales reps that understand the business, and I teach, train, and show the Pella reps how to become a great sales rep. Whether they came from, I had one that she was lights out. She was a Louis Vuitton. She worked at Nordstrom in Naperville and sold Louis. She never sold a window, but we taught her and became one of our top reps. I also need Pella customers, right? So here this is where if you want to build a team, you are the top of your org chart. You have the blessing and privilege from Tranont to bring on your spouse, and you only get to do that if you do it right away. You can't already have built a team and then 3 months later to decide to bring on your spouse. There's the catch to that, okay? But you do need three personally sponsored people you bring in. Best friend, coworker that you think would be really good. Somebody you haven't talked to in years, but you're like, oh my God, you'd be so good at this. My fifth person on my team was someone I didn't talk to in 25 years. She did Valpak coupons, was an executive vice president. I'm like, talk about hard things to sell, Valpak. This is a no-brainer. She signed up right away. So you think of those people at the very entry level, you only need two personals. But most people who want to do this business within their first 2 to 3 weeks get to that next level, and then you need that third. And I'll teach you all of that. Here are the enrollment bundles you can pick from. All the way from the starter pack, which is $239. That is not, I'm going to be, I'm an executive, C-suite executive. I'm not going to recommend you start a grocery store with a stick of butter and a box of Twinkies. Okay? It's not realistic. The starter pack, there are many, many people. Think of Costco, think of Sam's Club, think of Amazon Prime. They're members because you're going to get a discount shopping at Costco or Sam's Club, for example. They don't necessarily own their own business, and they're not buying $30,000 worth of product from Costco or Sam's. So they get your little membership, okay? This is more for people who want to buy from themselves and get a discount. So they're not really a customer, they're still called an associate and they're a customer to themselves. And so on, okay? We really want the elite bundle, as you can see, for the $999. That's for the people that want to do the business. The products are the most high impact, most popular to start and teach you with. We just created a video that walks you through each of these when your bundle comes. It's completely tax deductible. So pretend you don't wanna, you're too young, for example, for the purple container that says for her. That's for perimenopause, menopause. But it's one of the most highest selling products we have. So many people will know someone who is in perimenopause or menopause, and we tell you what to do with it if you're not going to personally use it. But just like you may not personally eat asparagus in your grocery store, we're still going to put it in your grocery store as the owner for you to understand what it looks like, tastes like, feels like, a pomegranate, etc. This also comes with 500 volume points. So people, and you couldn't individually order these products and get 500 volume points. So the people who want to build a team, which is where a lot of the money is, and to get at that very entry level, it's 1,300 points. You're already 500 points into it. And when you do that within your enrollment month, or all the way to the first calendar month, the next month, you will earn more than this bundle even cost. They do it on purpose to get so our goal is if when you're putting it on a credit card, before that bill ever came where you have to pay for this bundle, the goal is earn the money back because we've taught you how to build your team. And this is what that looks like. We'll walk you through that form. Here's where the elite bundle would be. Um, it does allow you to add more products. I always like to show what that screen looks like because, for example, in the elite bundle, there's many people that are going to want to get rid of the crap that's in their cabinet now and buy the elite bundle with no intention of doing the business. And then they say, but wait a minute, where's the vitamin D2, D3, and K? Where's the vitamin C? That's where you add more products like a dinner menu, a la carte. And then wait a minute, as the business owner, I want the travel subscription. It's also right there for you. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to tell everybody to reach out to the person that invited them and get the rest of the information.